It's Esper, the jeans low head, high arms crossed kid with the black tee.
Welcome back, you guys, to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a little story time about the time that we lived across from a murder. I had completely forgotten about the story, to be honest, and it's crazy because it was really scary when it all happened. For whatever reason, I totally blocked it out, and then the other day I was watching the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen that shit is really intense. I'm like really into just stuff like that. I don't know why. I love to like know about everything. So I was watching the Ted Bundy tapes, and I think it's like 4 episodes if I'm not wrong. There was this part where this lady, she had been, I don't know if it was like at a hotel or an apartment, she was staying right across from Ted Bundy. I was watching that shit and I was like, imagine how scary that would be to be right across from a murderer. And then I was like, wait, we did live right across from a murderer. He wasn't a serial killer, but he did kill a few people. I'm gonna take you guys back to 2013. My dad, well, both of my parents, they really like to get to know our neighbors really well. It's just how my parents are. They like to know who our neighbors are. They like to invite the neighbors to the parties. The neighbors always invite us to their parties. We knew all our neighbors pretty well. I don't even know when exactly this happened. We had a new neighbor and he lived right across the street from our house. So from what I know, my parents never talked to him or anything. So we had a new neighbor. It was like this youngish looking guy. There was one day when I was out in our driveway and I was in my car, and I can't remember if I was like in the trunk, like if I was getting something out of the trunk, if I was getting something out of the back seat. So my back was towards like his house and I was getting something from my car. I just had this feeling that somebody was staring at me, you know, when you have that feeling. And I turned around and I seen it was the neighbor and some other guy, and they were like talking to each other, and then they looked at me and I was like, I just had a really bad feeling. I'm a very paranoid person, I ain't even gonna lie, but I don't know, it was just, I just had a really bad feeling. So I was like, fuck that. I came inside and I just remember it really spooked me. I don't know why, I just felt spooked. Like he, no offense to his family, but he just gave me the creeps. So that happens. And then there was this other day when our neighbor's mail had been delivered to our house. My parents didn't know him. They didn't even know his name or anything. My mom, she went to like one of our other neighbors' houses that we did know, and my mom told them,
hey, do you know the neighbor from across the street? Because they delivered some of his mail to our house and I wanted to see if he was home or something.
And the neighbor was like,
no, whatever you do, you stay away from his house. You do not go there. I will take it.
and my mom was like,
why?
And he told my mom,
Because he's a racist.
and we were like, you know, so when my mom told us, we were like, what the fuck, like, a racist? You know, like, so you're living in the wrong neighborhood. You know, where we were living, there was a bunch of like Mexicans, like there was just a diversity of people. So I'm like, sir, if you're a racist, you came to the wrong neighborhood, no offense. So at this time I was in college. So this happened in 2013, early 2013. So I was in college and I used to go to college at night. There was this one day I had my car parked out in the driveway, like across the yard, and I let my car running. So I, you know, turned my car on for it to warm up, came back inside. I was in here probably like, I don't know, it was no more than a few minutes. And you know, I like start walking outside, I look, and there's a bunch of cops outside. And I was like, fuck, like my car's on, I'm probably gonna get a fucking ticket because it's been on for a few minutes out there already. So I was scared, you know, and I was like walking towards my car and I was like, fuck, if they approach me, fuck, like I'm gonna fucking get a ticket. You know, I'm looking at the cops, but they're not looking at me, they're looking at the neighbor's house. So they were parked right across the street from us in the neighbor's house. So I was like, okay, well, I guess it's not because of me. So I just pulled out and I fucking left to school, because in the neighborhood that we were living at, a lot of shit's always going down, like a lot of crazy shit's always going down. So we're used to just seeing the cops like, oh, they're at the neighbor's house, oh, that's so normal, oh, they're at the, oh, that's so normal. I just drove off to school. During the time that I drove off to school, the cops came across to our house and they talked to my dad and they said,
hey, do you know the guy that lives across the street from you guys?
And my dad
said no, like I've just waved to him a few times, but I don't know him, to be honest. Why?
And the cops, they told my dad, they were like,
we can't tell you, we're doing an investigation.
so that happens while I'm at school. I come back from school, and I think it was like maybe 9 or 10 at night. I cannot even remember. But I came back from school, and when I came up, there was even more cops outside. It looked like a SWAT team. They had a huge light shining into his house. We could see from our living room, we can see right into his windows. So we could see like that bright ass light. It was like a big ass bright ass light, and there was a ton of cops outside all over surrounding the house, like surrounding the neighbor's house. I came home and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? The cops were there. I want to say they were there well past midnight, if I'm not mistaken. That happened. And then it's all over the news.
But first, 7 News tracking a killer, learning new information about Evan Ebel, the man suspected of killing Colorado's prison chief and murdering a young father during a pizza delivery.
From DOC shows that Evan Ebel called himself Evil Ebel, and his actions indicate he had no interest in rehabilitation.
So our neighbor was this guy that was named Evan. Let me double check because I never knew his name. He killed 2 people. He attempted to kill 2 or more people. He assaulted 2 people, and then he robbed 1 person. So it was really scary because I'm like, we're like those Mexican people that would have like our carne asadas outside. The Mexican people that live right behind us, they would play hella loud ass music. So I'm like, one of these things could have ticked him off and fucking could have killed us. I was reading the report that he killed this innocent working guy to take his pizza delivery outfit. So I feel really bad for the victim's family because, I mean, the murderer across the street could have just stolen his outfit. Like, just take the fucking outfit, he can get the outfit replaced. But, for whatever fucking reason, he killed this innocent, hardworking man. And then he wore the outfit, and he dressed in the Domino's pizza outfit. He went and he killed the prison chief. I guess at the time, the day that the cops were here, there had been, I don't know if it was that very day or exactly how. I feel like everything just seemed to happen so quickly. He was like in a high speed chase. Let me see, where did it happen? Yeah, he was in some high speed chase. I don't know. The whole point is he ended up dead himself. Which, honestly, I feel like if he wasn't, I would be really scared to tell his story. I'll link down below the reports that I was seeing. It was just really scary to think that this whole time we had been living right across from a murderer. When the cops went in searching his house, I'm not sure exactly why they went searching in there. I've read reports about that he had like some sort of like bomb thing. Don't quote me, I'm not sure, but that's what I've seen on the reports. I asked my dad how long that guy had been living right across from us. He said it was like maybe 2-3 months. His dad is like some lawyer guy, so his dad went and got him a place to live. And it was really scary because I was reading this post on Fox News, which I don't know if it's true or not, just because I feel like sometimes they don't report things correctly. When I was on the news after what happened with my little brother, they named me something else besides my name. I was like, what the, that's not even my name. And I don't know, so they got a lot of things wrong, and I was like, shouldn't you guys be doing your research first? So it says here that he ran up a long list of felony convictions before turning 21. He joined the white supremacist gang behind bars, assaulted 1 prison guard, and wrote that he fantasized about killing others. You guys, when I read that, that shit gave me the creeps. I was like, bitch, we were fucking living right across from him. And it's so crazy to believe that we were really right across from somebody that fantasized about killing others and then eventually did kill some people. They said that he was out of prison 4 years early because of a clerical error in a courthouse, which is crazy. It says that he also slipped his ankle bracelet and violated the terms of his parole the last month. But authorities didn't put out a warrant for his arrest until after the killings of the pizza delivery man, Nathan Leon, and corrections chief, Tom Clements. So I guess when he had been living across the street from us, he was on an ankle monitor and he slipped out of it or took it off, whatever, and then that's when he went to go commit these murders. Yeah, so I'll link everything down below so you guys can go check that out. So I feel like we are always living with like crazy ass neighbors. There's always somebody that's be doing some crazy ass shit, but I feel like out of all the crazy things that we've had to deal with crazy neighbors, I feel like this one is the top one just because it's really scary, and I feel like people that kill other people just for the fuck of it, that shit's really scary. And I'm really glad that even though he was a racist, you know, he didn't come and do anything to us or any of our neighbors or anybody that we had lived next to. The story just gave me the chills. And then when I went to actually look up about everything, because the news had came and they interviewed my dad and everything, and I was trying to find the interview and I can't find it. But I'm pretty sure it was Fox 31 that interviewed my dad. It makes me so mad when I was reading the reports about why he killed Nathan and why he killed the prison chief. I don't know, just reading the interview of like that I think it was his wife that she did, like my heart goes out to her just because it's really hard to like lose a loved one. It just, like, it makes it so much harder knowing that somebody else took their life for literally no fucking reason. Who gives you the right to take somebody's life? And especially, who gives you the right to take somebody's life when they're fucking working and they're an innocent person? Yeah, you guys, so that's the story about the time that we lived right across from a murder. Really scary. It's really scary to even think that, you know, you always think that this shit happens in a faraway place and it's somebody right across the street from you.